All right, good evening, everybody. It is December 30th, 2025. It is that time of the week. Um, it's ParaClue time. This is our final show. It's episode 11. This one, we're focusing on shadow figures specifically. And, well, not shadow figures, I'm sorry. That was last week. We're focusing on the inanimate objects. And, you know, the manifestation, and this doesn't just mean specifically objects in general, but it could go well beyond that. We're looking at spirits and how spirits are appearing, because let's face it, we know that um, clothes don't pass away, toys don't pass away. So how does all that work? And if they can manifest, if objects can manifest, what does this mean about the manifestation of spirits? Well, join us for this episode of ParaClue, our final episode of 2025. All right, well, here
Hey,
we
hey,
are.
hey, how's it going, everyone? John, how are you?
Everything's going fine. How's everything been going with you?
It's going, man. There's a winter snowstorm going on here, but we're holding in. We got this. There's something I want to show about the pantry, too, that we just got. So we actually got, before we start and everything, we got this. I know it's backwards on this, but it says Wildwood pantry. I know the sign because of the camera, it's backwards, but I just kind of want to show it off a little bit. I'll make a post about it later and everything. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's gonna look better, obviously, off the camera, but yeah, it's great, honestly, and I feel like it's a good thing that'll it'll help advertise it more. People will be able to see it. It'll be good for pictures, like people get the word out for it more, and things like that.
So what was that? Was that like a sign or something that you're posting with it, or what was it?
So that's going on there. We're
Oh,
gonna
it is.
we're gonna screw it onto the pantry itself.
Okay, that's awesome. All right. Yeah, it looks really good. You still with us, Zach? Uh-oh. Might be paranormal already. How you doing, common historian? How's it going, Tom? Hopefully Zach comes back up. Oh, hang on. Zach will be coming back in momentarily here.
Here, yeah, I disconnected. So what happened is the internet it's getting spotty because of how it is outside.
Gotcha.
That's what's going on, and also sound like his internet is just not even good to begin with. So there's
Yeah.
that. It's not the best, anyways.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
Um,
I usually get like 2 bars here too for service, even on my phone, 1 or 2 bars, even. Like it is what it is. We're hanging in there though, man. Like, yeah, the whole pantry thing though. I just wanted to throw that out there. I know that this is entirely different thing, and it's meant to be about something else, but I just want to throw that part out there. It's tied to Wildwood, and yeah. And I just want to put out there too quick. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, but our YouTube is like our main spot, as most of you in here probably know. If you could hop in that spot there, we'd appreciate it. We were trying to get the watch hours up for that, and yeah.
yep.
Go ahead, John, if you have anything to say.
And
Hi,
our
everybody. Welcome, everybody. I see the comments popping up there.
Well, and on top of that, just to go over our agenda like we do, and I know we're broadcasting on Facebook right now. We said that we were that this was going to be last week was going to be the one time we were going to broadcast because it was episode 10. Zach and I discussed it just a moment ago, like about maybe 15 minutes before the broadcast that we were going to do Facebook one more time for the year. Since it is the end of the year, it is a special occasion. We're exiting this hell of a 2025. So we get to, end it all with everybody here. On top of that, like Zach said, it's YouTube is our primary place, the ParaClue channel. But let's get into the agenda too. For those who are not familiar with the ParaClue podcasts that are joining us for the first time, during the first half hour between about 8 to 8:30, we go over our topic, we discuss it, ask some questions, and kind of delve into some try to think on a deeper perspective about some of these topics, throw some ideas out there for the audience to also ponder. We also have equipment. I mean, normally we have the equipment set up in the seance room. This time, Zach has some equipment in his area along with the spirit box.
Yeah, so I got it. Actually got some stuff behind me here. I turned on the spirit box and everything. I just kind of put it here. Well, we're still gonna do the live investigation and everything. I just cut it a little close on time here. I came here and brought my stuff here a little later than I probably should have, but there was a storm going on outside and everything, so it threw me back a little bit. So I got it all going a little later, but it's okay. Everything's here. We're ready to go. I'm actually John. We were having issues last time, me going live on Facebook for some reason at the same time, but it looks like we solved the issue. It looks like
oh, excellent. Good.
It looks like we're both live from what I just checked, which is good. But I'm gonna turn this up and everything. And we'll see how the spirits actually got. I don't know if that was probably me standing up.
Well, let me finish the agenda first. Before.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. I was just gonna throw up a sound, but it's okay. Go ahead. That's me starting off, I think.
The other and like I said, for everybody else, so that's the first half hour from approximately 8:30 to 9:15. We're going to take approximately 3 to 4 callers. Callers will be on for approximately 10 to 15 minutes each. And basically, if you have a paranormal story, it doesn't have to be related to the topic. Want to ask Zach and I a question, or if you want to chime in on the topic, the link is. Last time we had problems with the link appearing in Facebook. So if you want to call in, head over to our ParaClue channel on YouTube, where the link will be constantly posted. I'm going to try to also get on Facebook and post the link at least once there. From 9:15 to 10 o'clock, we will have the investigation. If you want to call in during the investigation as well, you can do that. As well. We'll take calls for about 5 to 10 minutes, interact with the spirits while Zach is also interacting with the spirits as well. And on top of that, we'll bring the chat up on screen so that the chat can also interact and ask questions if they want to. So other than that, one other thing that I wanted to bring up too, for those who may have missed it, we do have a new series that released. We're releasing the older episodes right now until leading up to the newer episodes, which is Spooky Tidbits with Brooke and Alyssa. We just released episode 3 this past Friday, and we have episode 4 that will be coming out this Friday at 8 p.m. Check it out. They have some really interesting stories, and it's a cute show. It's pre-recorded. Take a listen to it. It's overall. I love the show. I love the stories and the stuff that they pick.
Me too. Yeah, they're very good at what they do. Brooke is very well spoken, and she's good at a lot of things she does. She's good at everything she does. My wife is good at everything she does. I swear, she really is. She's very intelligent. Alyssa's very intelligent too. They're great people. They get along very well. They bump off each other pretty well in the conversations that they have on Spooky Tidbits. It's definitely worth checking into, guys, for sure. And I don't know, me and Brooke were talking to earlier, and we might start up a thing where she goes live here at Wildwood once a week, kind of how we do type stuff, but on TikTok and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I want to eventually get our stuff on TikTok as well. I just kind of haven't done that yet. It's a little harder to do what we're doing on TikTok as well. And I explained to you that because if you just leave it idle by itself, like on a phone, if you're doing TikTok, for instance, it'll ask you to basically like make sure you're still there and stuff like that, and it'd be just kind of a pain to manage, like with how we do. Because you also, if I do it from my computer here with the other things we do, YouTube and all that, apparently you need a stream key as well, which that you have to basically get invited to, from what I found. Unless there's another workaround that I'm missing, and anyone in the chat knows, or anybody on Facebook or YouTube or whatever platform you're on, if you do know a workaround for that, where I could live stream on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, all that, all at once from the PC easily without having a stream key for TikTok, let me know. Because otherwise, I don't want to have to manage TikTok on my phone right here and then everything else on the computer. It just seems like a lot to do.
Yeah. Before we get into the topic, yeah, I mean, I know you're about to turn it on. Maybe we turn on the spirit box for a bit, since
Yeah, I'll turn it off. Yeah,
we forget all the time. At least the last 3 or 4 episodes, we forgot to say hi to
I should have it all on. I just turn on the volume. Should be all on and working. I just turn on the volume here. So, and I got the stack dome here, and I think I'm possibly standing up. I don't know if it was me standing up, something, but should be loud enough.
Yeah, I'll turn up your sound.
Were you able to hear that?
I heard something talking, or yeah, I heard there was talking. I couldn't hear what was said though. Dr. Henderson, Dr. Perry, nurses, Tommy, Anna, other spirits of Wildwood. How's everything going tonight?
You guys say hi to everyone on the stream.
I heard hi right there. I don't know if the audience, if you heard that.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Did it stop on a station or something? What's happening?
That sounds like it stopped on the station.
Hey. That's so weird. That's so weird. It's even weirder is I can't change it. It literally like bugged out, stop on a station, and I couldn't like reset it to keep going unless I turned it off, which I turned it off. I reset it now. It stopped on a station. It's kind of weird. It just stopped doing the cycle like it's normally supposed to.
Is it cycling now?
Yeah, it's cycling now.
Okay. Also, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. I apologize if I get it wrong. Brett, haunted therapist, wants to say hi to the spirits.
Haunted therapist says hi, guys. I don't hear anything coming out of this. What the heck? It like turned off completely again.
Oh, okay.
It's all bugging out. It's so weird.
We are just not having luck with that spirit box as of late.
I could pull out the other one that Rick made. That one works good too. It keeps stopping, dude. Let's stop again. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the other spirit box I have that Rick made. I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna get it real quick, actually. I'm just gonna grab it real quick. It'll take me 2 seconds. Right over there.
Yeah, we'll hang tight. Well, that's an interesting start to this episode. Lately, it's been the battery just dies, and then we go to talk to the spirits, from the seance room while we're at our broadcasting stations, and we hear nothing. This time around, it's stopping. Which the other ones, it's probably just eating up the juice, the battery. Nothing paranormal on that part, but this is kind of wait for him to get back on that. We'll get into our topic. And like I said, I'm gonna go while he's doing that. Let me do the invite link for under my live on Facebook. Again, on YouTube, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the live.
So technical difficulties. So we're actually gonna have to go without Spirit Box tonight because I don't have batteries right now. I'm out of batteries. I can see. I don't know where anywhere, but I just want to show this off this stream. That's a pretty cool box. It's made out of the barn wood in the back, actually. If you haven't seen this, it's really well made piece of equipment. So right now we just kind of have this stuff in the background. I got like a static pod and then the crystal pod there, crystal REM pod. But that's pretty much about it. We'll just get back into what we're talking about, our topic here.
Yeah, no.
Sorry for all that, guys. Sorry for the issues.
It happens. And I just posted the call-in link. Again, we're not taking callers until approximately 8:30, but I put the call-in link for under Facebook because I know we had a problem with that last time. Do you find they get quieter and don't want to be filmed? They were quiet during our live and then picked up before and afterwards.
Sometimes. Yeah, actually, yeah, sometimes. Some of them I've noticed don't like to be filmed. They really don't. It's definitely a thing. I think it's a mix though. Like I think some of them are clearly okay with it, and then some of them are like, no. That's how I feel. Or maybe it's just their moods at times. Like they just feel like, oh, I don't want to do all that right now, and sometimes they feel like they're willing to, or just something entirely different. But that's just like my take on it. That's what I believe.
Hmm. I mean,
what do you think, John?
I've had it go both ways, but I don't know if it has anything to do with filming. I know Dr. Perry personally, he definitely doesn't tend to appear on film that much, but it's gone. I can't argue for either side. Like there have been points where we're not filming, and then it's not that it's the activity is lower. So I'm not
Right.
I'm not 100% sure if I'm able to attribute the difference in activity between filming and not filming. I have had cases where we stopped filming before, and then later the activity picked up.
Yeah.
But then I've had it before where the activity was, going nuts while we were filming, and then it calmed down afterwards. Like, putting on you would say putting on a show, and then okay, well, we're done.
Right.
But who's to say that it had anything to do with being on camera?
Right. It's funny you mentioned Dr. Perry too, because Lori was actually saying something earlier in the one group chat that she found some. Apparently, she found some more stuff on Dr. Perry. I didn't really fully read what she said, but she found some more history about him, which is pretty cool. So maybe we'll have some more information to talk about later, or showcase later. Like we have our book full of our history in the other room there, which we actually don't even have everything we have in there. We have a whole bunch of different things. We're always finding more things too, or working on it. If anybody else ever finds stuff, if you guys ever find things, our viewers, if you guys ever find any history out there, which is kind of hard to find some of the stuff, honestly, especially the sanitarium part. Of course, like the apartment phase and everything, it's fairly easy to find all those records because that's a bit more well documented and well kept than a lot of the sanitarium stuff was. You understand though, the sanitarium phase of the early 1900s, and also it's like a privatized thing they were doing here. So on top of that, kind of messes things up a little bit. But then there's also other events that happened here. There was like a flood apparently that happened at one point in the like mid 1900s that a lot of documentation for a lot of different places was lost, and some local historians here even think that some of Wildwood's history was lost like that, which is not too far out. I mean, it's believable. I mean, there's a lot of fires apparently that happen and things like that, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
But we're always searching for more stuff, We're always searching for more stuff. And the whole filming thing, though, getting back to that, is I've had a few experiences personally where I was filming, even just short videos, because I had a lot of activity happening, like public ghost hunts, or just doing like a tour, or I've had activity happen. I pulled out my phone, start recording, and then all of a sudden, nothing. Just like it's nothing. Like stuff will be popping off, and then all of a sudden, nothing. Just goes quiet. But then at times though, that I get some stuff on camera though. So I think it's like that's why I said it's like a mix. It seems like a mix. Like some of them are willing to be filmed, and some of them not so much. But it might maybe affects maybe the filming affects them somehow, like energetically. Like maybe that like throws them off, right? In some way, maybe like us filming them like somehow like makes it harder for them to interact.
Yeah.
It's a theory. I mean, I wouldn't know how exactly that would work, but I mean, maybe,
Mhm.
right?
I mean, possibly. Just to get into, because right now we're at 8:20. Let's talk a bit about the topic that we were talking about, and then of course we'll get more into
Yeah, yeah,
chat and to the callers as well, and see if any of the equipment behind you goes off as well during this
yeah,
discussion. But one of the things we're looking at is, can objects in the spirit realm manifest? And you know, I kind of think that it's somewhat kind of answered to a degree when you think about it, because when it comes down to the spirits themselves, like they appear in clothing.
right.
Clothing is an inanimate object. They're not the clothes aren't dying with them. Um, but what about other objects too? Like someone brought up a good point, a couple, and this reminded me about the Project Apparition Hall experiment that I did a little while back, and there were a few occasions where it looked like we had inanimate objects that um, inanimate objects that just appear that appear during the Project Apparition Hall. And there was somebody that said a few episodes ago in the chat, a picture that was shown. It looked like somebody, maybe they were showing their favorite teddy bear, and I found that very interesting because is that something that spirits can do, rather than show themselves? Could they show an object? And if they show the object, is it them turning into that object to display, hey, this is what my favorite teddy bear looks
Yeah, right. Yeah, to show you and be like, hey, look, this is what I like the most. Like this is something you could use to talk to me. That would gain my interest, right?
like? Yeah, but now I want to throw another question out there too. We always say that apparitions, because now we're seeing inanimate objects appearing, right? We always say that spirits need to, and I can't stand this because, you know, I kind of roll my eyes with this stuff, but uh, they gather the energy to appear. Well, an inanimate object, how is that gathering energy? It's not sentient. So
Right,
if
right,
an object appears, how did it gather energy to do that?
right. But like how you were saying, kind of how if the spirit could turn into the object, what if it's just an extension of themselves? The connection? Wow. Hello? Everything froze. You hear me? Hello? Everything froze, man. Come on. Did it disconnect? I don't know. Or am I just here? He disconnected? Oh, okay. All right. I thought I did for a second. Okay. What? Okay. Sorry that happened, guys. I guess John will be back soon. Oh, strange. Let me see here. Yeah, he disconnected. All right. So, what I was saying, though, if you guys want to hear it, is like the extension, right? So, what I was saying is an extension of itself. Like, if a spirit was able to basically create an extension of itself and present it that way, like as an object. Like so, like okay, it just like it presents itself. It's like actual form it wants to present, but then presents like, for example, a rock. Right, there's like a rock over there, so it just presents that to it. Like that. That's kind of I don't know theory. I think and the whole like how John said the gathering energy thing. I feel it can be true to some aspect, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but looks like John's back now. I see you disconnected. I thought I did at first because like everything froze up, so I was like, wait, did I disconnect?
I thought it was you at first, and then it's
Uh,
got that message.
I don't know, dude. Strange, but hey, I don't know. There's a lot of things happening right now. Maybe it's the weather, but also just streaming from multiple different platforms too could be affecting your internet and bandwidth. It could
We're,
definitely be a thing.
well, we got high winds that are out here too. We're getting some of that
Um,
stuff.
the
That's
weather could definitely be
yeah.
attributing to it as well, for
Um,
sure.
yeah. So I don't even remember where I was at. Sorry, folks.
So like I was just telling them, I actually just like spun off my thought a little bit. So you were saying, with the gathering energy and like how basically you don't believe that essentially, and that it, you were saying that like how would a spirit display an inanimate? Well, how would an inanimate object display when it's not living or like a live
Mhm.
spiritual being, right?
Mhm.
And I was saying, like, what I was going to say before you disconnected, everything what I was trying to say to you is that what if that inanimate object is really just an extension of whatever spirit or energy, live energy, right? It's an
Mhm.
extension of that. Like, say a rock, for instance. Like, okay, I want them to see a rock, so I'm going to make a rock appear next to me because this rock is important to me.
Mhm.
You know, for example, that's pretty much what I was saying. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it kind of throws in my book. It kind of throws certain ideas and hypotheses out the window to a degree. Um, because like it's I mean, who knows how? I mean, obviously, who knows how it works? But it just when you think about it, and I kind of want to show some pictures that we got from Project Apparition Hall that are both the possibility of inanimate objects that appeared, but also um, the other what you call it, um, people that they're wearing specific clothing. Then
yeah.
there's also the inanimate objects. So I mean, this is one that I caught at the Clifton Theater. Um,
Oh, the Clifton Theater, man. Clifton Theater is freaking wild, man. I like
yeah,
I want to go back there again soon, man. That place is something.
yeah, oh yeah, no, it definitely is.
That is
Uh,
something, dude. There's some intense energy going on up in there. I loved it though. I love how it's still like a functioning theater too at the same time.
yeah, no, it's definitely really really cool place. Um, this photo right here, there's a woman within the photo, long black dress, and that's actually one of the beliefs or reported spiritual entities at the Clifton Theater is that there's this really gorgeous woman in a dress, and this one was caught up in the attic. But now the thing that's interesting about this photo is that I mean, I can't zoom in on this, but if you were to zoom in further on this, there's this because it used to be it was a theater too, so they dressed up and such.
Right.
There's this thing that she's wearing here that it looks like it's got some like jewels going around like here. Um, but again, the dress, the jewelry, we know that if this is a conscious spiritual entity, that it was a living person, but the jewels weren't certainly living. The
Right,
dress
right.
obviously wasn't living. Um, but things get weirder from here. Let me bring up another image here. This one bugs me to. This was at Wildwood. So we have the person that's sitting in a chair, and I actually, when I went by the initial photo, I mistaken it and thought somebody was actually sitting there, and I remember getting annoyed because I was like, who the heck got in the middle of the photo while we're doing this? And then I remembered we only had we take one to two photos every second.
Right.
This person wasn't in the photo in any of the photos before or after. So with me getting annoyed, which was kind of funny because I was actually at first blaming somebody that was there, going, "Oh, why did this person get in there?" And I was all angry about it. And then I was
Mm.
like, "Wait a second, this person is," because there was a person who said they wanted to stay in the room and take pictures. And I said, for safety reasons, because of the laser, you can't be in there. Otherwise, you could get blind if the laser
Right,
hits you.
yeah, yeah, you didn't with laser in the eye, right?
So, I had to tell this person multiple times. Um, they weren't in the room. In fact, in this picture, which you can't see because we're kind of I'm blocking it a bit, you can actually see the person's phone that I was actually talking about. They were in the other room taking the picture.
Mm.
Um, but the reason I bring this photo up is not just because of clothing or anything like that. It's the fact that you could tell that the person's sitting there, but you're able to see the other two chairs that are at Wildwood. That entity is not sitting in a chair that exists. So, and that's the reason why there's kind of an odd shape to it, is because when I went and I analyzed it further, because I could tell they were sitting. It looks
It's
like they have their legs crossed, but they're sitting in a chair that doesn't exist. Zach, you would be familiar because you're familiar with the layout of it. In the seance room,
yeah,
you have the two chairs that are on both sides of the the
right. I get what you're saying. Um,
this is they're sitting in front of the doorway that would lead into that kitchen, or that kitchen area that needs that's leads the staircase that goes down to the basement.
what's interesting to me, like, is from what I'm seeing, like what I see is like if you look at the top there and like that empty like dark spot at the top, like well, it's like at the top a little bit down in the middle, and then you look to the left, it almost looks like a curved beak almost or something. Like it almost looks like a bird head or something, like a giant like bird head, or something like that. To me, that's what I'm seeing, and then I see like I don't only just see that though. You look down and it seems like a whole shape, like a bird person, dude. Like I don't even know how to explain. Like a humanoid type bird. Like that's literally what it looks like to me. In this, I don't know if anyone else has seen that, but like it looks like giant wings, and the wings are like down, like folded, like folded like this, like down, like
Mhm.
this, like almost like tucked in, but like it's sitting.
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone else is kind of seeing that. So like that's what I'm seeing in this picture,
Yeah.
and it's really weird to me. Like that's like kind of that's what I see.
Mhm.
It's I don't know. Like what do you see? Because that's what I'm seeing
I,
personally.
s- I see a person, or well, and again, I went in and really like analyzed this. Person has dark hair. They're wearing glasses. Their arm is like this. Their leg is actually their leg is lifted up over the other one, like they have their leg cross. The chair has goes up, has it's kind of a rounded
Just
shape at the top.
yeah.
Um,
Just
and
not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it. I literally see this just like this bird human creature. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. It would be easier. Like if I wish I could just like circle the spots exactly, like trace it out where I could see exactly. Or show
um,
you. I'll have to trace it later. I'll trace it and I'll send it to you exactly what I mean. Like,
yeah,
I'll
and
trace the shape. I'm what
and then
I'm seeing. I'm
yeah,
what I think I'm seeing at least.
and
I'm not saying what you're saying isn't valid though, but like
well,
that's what I'm seeing personally.
and then Lauren Hellickson, another paranormal researcher, when she looked at the picture, she noticed that there was another entity in there sitting on the individual's lap. That is looks like a child. Now the interesting thing is I brought this picture to um
Maybe I have to look a little closer and everything to see. Like I don't know, or enhance it somehow because like that's just not what I'm seeing, dude. Like I don't know.
no I
You guys had
well,
to circle exactly which part you're seeing this for me. I think
yeah. Yeah, I don't see the beak, and I've reviewed this picture for hours upon hours upon hours.
I'll
Um,
show you I'll show
yeah,
you what I mean later. I'll show you what
yeah,
I mean.
okay. The We did actually bring this in, and we did actually do a spirit box session. We showed the picture on a bigger screen to the spirits, and asked if they could identify who it was, and we actually did get a response. We did say we had a male that said it's me, and then you hear me come over and go, I heard. Well, I grammar, poor grammar on this part. I said, "It's you. Who's you?" and it said Richard. And I'm not going to give the rest. It gave initials. I immediately knew who that was. And if this truly is the person I think it is, their daughter had a miscarriage, and that makes me wonder about the child. Lauren noticed the child. I didn't see that at first. I was just kind of like, oh, I think that might be hands or something like that. Lauren looked at it and said, I see a child sitting on a lap. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, but
Is there any way to draw? There's no way to draw it through Restream, right? Like a draw on the stream.
no.
If only there was. That would be so nice because then we could kind of just like show each other right here.
Yeah,
What exactly?
we're definitely getting a little topic, though.
I want to know like what you guys are seeing. Like I want to like see exactly which spots you're looking at to see this. Like I'm curious now. I'm definitely I gotta talk to you guys later about it. I have to maybe put you guys in a group chat or something because I want to understand.
Yeah.
And I want to show you what I mean too, because I feel like I'm crazy right now. And I'm telling you this, and you're like, yeah, I don't see that. And then like you probably kind of feel the same way. You're like, I don't know how he doesn't see it. Like it's just, I wish I could just outline this, man. Like I'm telling you, at least at the top. I don't know about the bottom part, like with the wings thing, but like that top part, it really does almost look like a bird head. Like there's a beak. Like there's literally a beak. I had to circle it. It literally looks like a whole beak there. I don't know why it would be like a bird though. Like I don't know why it would be some kind of like bird-like spirit. But I guess in a way though, being at Wildwood, maybe it's tied to some kind of Native American culture thing somehow. Like I wouldn't doubt it, right? I mean, I'm sure there's something like it could.
Based off the spirit box, it wouldn't be anybody who actually was there, and it wouldn't be Native American.
Huh. I was just throwing it out there. You know, I'm not. I was just throwing it out there. I wasn't there when this happened. I wasn't, right? I'm pretty sure I wasn't.
No. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. This wouldn't be.
Someone else in the chat. See exactly what I'm saying. Like a bird costume, right? Like a bird, like a cloak, like how like almost like I have like a coat, like almost like a coat fitted, like a. I don't know, something like I don't know much about Native American culture, right?
Yeah.
But maybe there's something kind of dress or headdress they wore that was similar to that, and it's something to that tied to that. I'm definitely gonna have to like post about it later and like outline what I'm talking about, man, because like I just see it so clearly, and like I see someone else in the chat sees what I'm seeing pretty much, like everything, like pretty much sees exactly what I'm seeing. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm looking at a different spot than you too, though. Like you're looking at it from a different kind of perspective, a different spot, and that's why you're seeing what you're seeing. Maybe it's multiple different things for me. Maybe like what we're both saying is actually valid.
I mean, it very well could be because, like I said, the spirit box session doesn't indicate that at all.
Well, so, yeah, well, spirit boxes are also, spirit boxes are though too.
I mean, if it's a direct response, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I kind of am like challenging a little bit because I didn't hear the spirit box response though too. So like I understand my perspective too. I didn't hear.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, the response is public. We put it out on a video a while back.
Oh, I have to check it out. I'll go look at that at some point. Send me a link to that so I could hear that too. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, but to get back on topic because we're
yeah. Oh yeah, let's get back on topic here.
We're already at 8:39, so
yeah. I know. My bad.
So,
all day. Sorry.
Now we have some of the other ones. Like this one was a one that I think it was Alyssa that was doing the laser on this one. This one was confusing as all get out. I thought it was a little girl, but the more I've been looking at it, little girl sitting in a chair, more I'm looking at it, it looks like a doll with its eyes closed.
It does kind of look like a doll. I see what you're talking about. That's so weird. It looks like that's so weird. It does look like a doll face.
And I thought it was Anna. So I honestly thought this was maybe Anna because I know we have the little girl that's at Wildwood, but this doesn't look like it's a living living. It looks like
Yeah.
it's all propped up in a chair.
Okay. See this I'm on the same page with you. That
Yeah.
looks like a doll, like a doll. It does. It looks like a doll. Like it looks like a doll face or something. Like you could see like the eyes, and the one eye almost looks bigger than the other one even. And one eye looks like bigger, and the other one looks smaller. And then you see like it's got like a little nose piece there, and like a whole like that's interesting. Very interesting.
Well, and
Huh.
this was one of the most confusing ones. This one I accepted it as a potential. I don't even know what to think about this one. It looks like a little clown doll with a Santa hat. Let me
Yeah, yeah, right. Like like a clown doll. Yeah, yeah.
for this one. Over on the left side of the picture, it looks like large eyes. It's got like one of the Santa type hats on, almost like a elf. Um, it's just a strange
Okay,
picture.
so am I looking in the chair for this?
Yeah, if you look
The
at it,
chair. Okay.
look at the look over at the chair. Um, and there's there's like this little circle. There's this. It looks like it. There's like the white fluff. I mean, it's really
See,
odd.
this one's hard for me. I'm not really seeing.
I would have to. I would have to. I
You
would have
gotta
to.
circle. You gotta circle it. I'm looking.
Yeah,
You have to circle it and show me. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing it,
yeah.
man.
My eyes were immediately drawn caught on this one. I mean, but I have super
I'm
bad.
trying to look for it. What do you mean? Like
I wish I would sit there and point at the screen, but that's not going to help.
I can't. Wait, you're talking about the like on the left, that droop is what you're talking about. That droop of the hat, where right at the end on the left there, with the black circle at the
Yeah,
bottom of it.
yeah. You
That's what
see
you're
it.
talking about. That's the droop. Like that's the droop you're
Yeah,
talking about.
that's the
Okay,
truth.
like I get
Yeah.
okay. Now I'm starting to see it like forming a little bit.
Yeah,
I
and
would.
it's
I don't
just
know, though. Like a doll, though. Like you think it's a doll? It definitely looks like it could be something, but I don't know about a doll. It definitely
it
looks
doesn't look like
like
it
something
doesn't look
weird.
human.
It's
It
weird.
doesn't.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't. It's
It
definitely
doesn't. I'm
to
kind
me.
of seeing it now a little bit for my.
Yeah,
Okay, that's weird. That's really weird. That's really
that
weird.
one. That one
I
I
don't
was
even
like,
know I don't even know what to say what that is. I don't even know what to say that it's like a doll. I don't even know what to say what that even is.
yeah.
Okay, I
Um,
kind of see like a scary, almost like little face. Almost, it almost looks like it's like showing teeth almost. Do you see that?
I don't see the. I don't
Sorry,
personally. To me,
I'm look adjusted everything because
oh, you're good.
I've been trying to fight sicknesses.
Um, I see more of a clown like face. Like it looked like it almost like as if it were like an elf of some sort. I mean, this wasn't caught during Christmas time. I'll tell you that. This was. I think this was back in 2024. Um,
That's so weird. Actually, I really see it now. Now that I'm like really looking, I kind of see where you're going at now.
Now this one might be a little bit
It's
tougher to see.
big too. I mean, it's big
Yeah.
too. You know.
So over in the back corner, and originally this is the doll room. Originally, I thought there was a doll sitting up on the bed, but and it's a little bit harder to see because I didn't like
Mm,
really lighten it up. But it almost looked
mm.
like a little doll in the back there. And at first, I
Oh.
thought, oh well, this is a doll sitting up on the bed. So I went back to the other pictures, and it's not there.
Hmm.
So something was appearing back there, which is kind of odd considering the room it was in. So to me, at first, I was like, "Oh, I'm just mistaking this." But when I went
Right.
back to the other pictures, there was nothing to that effect that was right here.
Have you tried investigating in that in Tommy's room in that back closet? Have you tried doing anything in there before with like the desk in there? You know what I'm talking about? We have it behind the curtain there.
I don't. I know we did one
I
thing
feel like
in there.
a lot of people miss it. I feel like a lot of people miss it. I feel like some good activity actually does happen in there. I've heard some weird things from that, like over there. I've heard like knocks. I've heard scratches, even like weird scratches over there.
Um,
I've
so
heard scratching on the windows too before. Have you ever heard that here about with like scratching on the windows?
I personally have it. That happened similar or something like that happened to me
Huh.
at the Hinsdale house.
Strange. I've had it happen Wildwood a few times. Quite a few times. That's strange. Huh.
So this was one last one. I'm not sure this is going to be easy to see, but this one again was kind of weird, where it was it almost looks like a koala bear head. You got the black nose, the two eyes, and then huge ears. And this is when I started getting this type of stuff that I'm like, what the heck am I looking at this point? Because first
Yeah.
you get the clown. I had the clown face with like the Santa hat or the
Hmm.
Santa hat type thing. There's the potential doll sitting in a chair. There's a doll that looks like there's a doll over by on the bed in the doll room. Um, that wasn't there. Like physically, there was no physical doll there, and now I've
Yeah.
got like koala bear. I don't even know what I'm looking at, and then we've got people that are wearing costumes. And then of course there was the picture of my brother, which had the lab coat, his glasses, even right down to a watch. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, what is going on here? Like, why,
Scratching the comments.
you
See,
know,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. The scratching, like how
yeah.
she said in the comments there. But I get what you're saying with this, though. That's really see this one. My opinions on this one
Mhm.
is I see a little bit what you're talking about, but it's another one that I really had to look at for a minute. I'm
Yeah.
sitting here looking I'm sitting here looking as you're talking. I was like looking. I'm like, and then at the bottom there. So at the bottom, how it's all lit up like that. I thought that was really strange too. Just in like that sense about how it almost seems like illuminated more,
Hmm.
and like it almost seems like it's forming into something there too. I don't even know.
I mean,
It's so weird.
maybe
It's
maybe
weird,
it
man.
could, maybe it could be the rest of it. And this is the thing. This is the type of stuff that we're getting. A bunch of these photos that I just showed are Wildwood Sanitarium. Like
Uh,
when I say they're like performing, like really showing stuff, they really are. And
oh
Wildwood,
yeah, dude. Oh yeah, they do. They definitely do. They're intelligent here. You know they're intelligent. You know the the way these spirits operate here, man. They're definitely something. Oh,
well,
I did I show you that? I don't think I showed you that one picture that group got the other day.
I don't.
Maybe like let me say this quick.
I was gonna say I don't remember. I don't think you
Let
sent
me
me.
let me just send it to you and you can pull it up quick. Hold on.
Okay. And for everybody, if you want to start calling, I know we're late. It's 8:47 p.m. I put the call-in link. There's a comment in the under my Facebook Live with the call-in link, and then I also just posted it for YouTube and Twitch. Um, so if you want to call in, um, the link is now available. And again, if you have any,
Let's get my
if you
phone.
if you have a story for us, want to ask us a question, or you want to chime in on the topic, feel free to call in. I'm sorry, Zach. You said did you find it? You said or
Yeah, hold on. I'm sending it to you. Quick.
okay.
John Griffin.
Uh,
Sorry, hold on.
no, you're good. Are you sending it to your regular one?
Heck. Yeah, I'm sending it from on Facebook.
Okay.
Trying to come on. Oh my god.
Well, again, I mean, if anybody wants to, if anybody wants to call in while we're getting set up here, we'll have you in the background and
So I sent you multiple versions of it. One's like more zoomed in than others.
oh, I'm familiar with these pictures. Okay, yeah, look, give
Yeah,
me
I thought it was really weird, man. Like I don't know what that was. Like I thought it was a really strange thing.
yeah, let me hang on, let
Yeah,
me
they showed me and I was like, what the heck is that? I'm like, what? And we were trying to figure out what it was and like where it was sitting. And like I don't think it was a normal like animal. It was really weird.
it looks like an
And
eagle. Oh,
they
eagle.
said yeah, they said they didn't see or hear anything down there at all too. And he captured this on like a camera he was taking pictures with apparently, like a still cam he had. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
see it
weird.
right see it right there. Let me you have the second picture which is closer to where
Yeah, and then
Uh,
there's one I say one that was like zoomed out all the way to like how it was without being zoomed at all,
See,
and
that's
that's it.
why.
It's more zoom. Yeah, and you could see the eyes and everything on it.
Yeah, you
It's
see the
weird.
eyes. I see a beak.
Yeah,
I,
like it almost kind of in
hmm.
a way looks similar to what I was seeing, like in that other thing that was talked about in a way, but the beak was more defined in the other thing that I
But
seen,
see,
like
this is
for the apparition hall experiment. Two
see what
pictures back.
I mean. You look at. Let me bring that other image back up here. I mean, just further out, and I recognize exactly where this is in Wildwood. Um,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
it's yeah.
There's no shelf or anything next to that.
No,
Like,
there is a shelf there.
but it's further away. It's further away from the door. It's
Yeah,
not.
it is. It is, which is really strange though because that shelf has been like full of stuff though for
Mhm.
like a long time. So like if it was like a live animal, they wouldn't have been able to really be on it.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't understand. Like that's why it doesn't make sense to me. Like I was trying to figure it out, and at this time when they were there, I know for a fact there was a lot of stuff in there because I recently just moved a lot of stuff off of there. Like it
Yeah.
just like I know that there was no way anything could have went on that shelf, and it almost looks like it could have even been like on the pipe. Even though I don't know, like the haunted therapists are giving elemental. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Honestly, I really wouldn't doubt it. Elemental stuff. I think there might be some elemental activity possibly happening here at Wildwood. I
Hmm.
don't think that's too far out. Honestly, I think I've had some really weird experiences here, and it almost seems like at times it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Like I don't know if I would say like demonic. I would say elemental more than that. I feel like than demonic kind of feeling. I would say like elemental, almost like trickster type vibe here at times. You know, especially like Tommy. You know, it's like Tommy's like big trickster type spirit. He likes to play tricks on people, mess with people. But I've also had experiences with it almost seemed like doppelgangers at times. I had one experience with Caden, our one volunteer here the one time where I literally thought I seen him walking down the stairs, and he wasn't even nowhere near those stairs.
Hmm.
And I've had other people report that kind of stuff too, though. So I don't know. It's the experiences here at Wildwood are very weird. Like it's a
Yeah.
mix. It's a very much a mix of things going on here, and we're still trying to figure all this out. And remember, we were talking about like documenting what we have like spirits wise and stuff like that information and putting in like a book and
Hmm.
like kind of trying to get like, oh, this spirit normally does this, or this entity that people capture or talk to normally get this from them. This
Yeah.
maybe like whatever it be, you know, like whatever it be, elemental, human spirit, whatever. You know, it's we want to document all that so we can have that all down, and we can use that guest book. The guest book has a lot of people's experiences, and we can use that guest book for input as well. And then people that have been here that haven't written the guest book, you know, they can put their inputs in there and stuff. We can use it all towards putting that physical book here for that, which it'll be a great addition. I've actually seen places do that too, other places. I know it's not an original idea. I've seen other locations do that before, but I think it would be a great idea to have it at Wildwood too.
Yeah, I know we're kind of doing something with Project Apparition Hall where we're focusing on creating profiles so we capture the apparition and we try to ask the spirits who it is if they can identify, and then we put a name to the picture, and as well as documenting like signs or their voices and like creating a whole file for them. So yeah, we're on our way to it. It's a newer thing
Mm-hmm.
that we started doing, but we're starting
Yeah,
to get.
I think it would be great, man. Honestly, I think people would love that. Absolutely love that because people, especially that are very fresh and new to ghost hunting, they'll come here. They won't know what they're getting. They don't know who they're talking to. They don't know any of it. They don't know what they're doing. Even just like last night, uh, this group came here. It was some people from Florida and a few other places. It was this mix of like college kids. They seem to like be about. I didn't ask them if they were on college, but they seem to be around that age. But they were from like Florida and mix of all this stuff, and they never really ghost hunted before. But they literally looked us up on Google and found us. Like that's how they found Wildwood to come here. They found like they ended up like stumbling upon us somehow. They started pretty much looking up things to do, and which is pretty cool though. They ended up coming here. They didn't really have a lot of experience, so and that's what I'm getting at. They didn't have any experience. I let them use some of my equipment. I let them borrow some stuff. I kind of explained to them a little bit like how to get started into doing this stuff. I wouldn't really call myself like an expert or anything on this, but like I don't even know if I would fully call myself paranormal investigator at times though, because like I don't know, like it's more so like I feel like more of like a guide, dude. Like I just like kind of like do tours and stuff, and then I'll kind of investigate with people. I don't like sit there and document a lot of stuff all the time. It's more so me kind of like just helping people get into stuff a lot almost. That's just like kind of like what I do often. I'll do some solo paranormal investigating, it's like with the live stream here and stuff like that. But I don't know. There's people out there that take it way more seriously than me. But like if I can help somebody or help a group get their foot in the door, man, I'm gonna do it. Like with whatever I know, whatever information I know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm learning as I go still too, like I've been pretty much trucking around. Like I don't have as much experience as you do doing the paranormal investigating. To be honest with you, seriously, at least, like I don't have as much, but I'm getting there. And, I want people to know things though. Like I want people to have a better like start than I did. Like them, like those guys. I try to give them a good rundown, try to give them a bunch of equipment and stuff, and having that guide, having that book for them. If we get that together, would be really useful for them, people like them. But also experienced investigators as well. Very experienced people. Like they would look at them and be like, "Oh, this is really cool." Like I can like use this as essentially a guidebook as I'm going through the building instead of going off of what Zach told me, right, or what Lori told me, or what Brooke told me, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. That's kind of what some of the things that we're working on for like what's called the your packet, which we haven't. I got to remember we haven't publicly talked about this yet because it's in the ParaClue Club membership thing where there's going to be something special that we're putting together for them for Wildwood Sanitarium and then other properties that become involved in the ParaClue Club. But again, for everybody who is interested, again, the link is posted for anybody who would like to call in. Um, if you have a story or you want to ask us a question or if you want to chime in on the topic, the link is in the chat right now. But yeah, no, I agree that would actually be, even for like a researcher, like on my end, where I may want some information if I'm doing a specific study, and maybe perhaps some of that stuff that's in there could help lead me to different experiments to try there, and it could take me down a specific path. So, I mean, things like that. If people know, don't look at it at just face value, and they can look deeper beyond what's there. Because paranormal, let's face it, you have to be you have to think well outside the box. It's not something that you could just take face value.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And well, it's like how we talked about too before, and how a lot of people skew up history of locations and they skew up all that often. And like the spirit names too and ages, all that stuff. People skew it up. They'll see some stuff on YouTube as well, and they'll go off of that, and it'll just kind of be like a snowball effect where some people will like claim they're talking to this spirit or this energy, and they don't even know what they're doing correctly, or they didn't get enough information to actually confirm that that's who they're talking to, or what they're talking to, or what they're communicating with in general. And it just gets a lot of misinformation going around, man. Like I feel like adding like books, like personal books like that help. And it's like how we got the history thing going on here. Doing that history book was probably one of the best things we could have done. Just because like there's so many videos out there. There's some where people it's out there, man. It's just ridiculous. Like some of the stuff, but some of the stuff are really well made videos. There's a ton of well made videos out there. There is, but there's some that I just like I've watched and I'm just like, yo, like who even told you that, bro? Like what do you mean? Like I'm like wait, what? Like where did you get this information? And it happens though, and I just like would like to try to avoid that as much as possible. But I know we're getting like off topic here too a little bit. We need to kind of get back on what we were talking about.
Well, I kind of, you know what, I kind of want to, before we get back on topic, you know, I kind of want to throw something in there too, because you brought up a good point about the historical aspect. And I want to make sure that this is actually something that is brought up, that's corrected amongst the paranormal community for those who do come there, because I've already heard this come back to me, and the best part is that there were some people who said this specific thing, but they were saying it to the source of the story. So I already knew the accurate information. And that one, just to correct everybody, for anybody that goes to Wildwood Sanitarium, you may have heard about the spirit called Charlie. The spirit that's in the attic, the grumpy spirit and stuff like that. So you know, people have been saying, you know, Charlie as you know, his name is Charlie, and I even had a person I was just like, I told them, I said, you know, Charlie is not actually the spirit's name, and they go, well, yes, it is. I said, I can tell you it's not, because I'm the one who said Charlie. I'm the one who came up with the name. And it was, or well, I'm not. I can't say I'm the one. Our team is the one who said that. The reason we said Charlie was kind of out of a joke. We didn't know who the spirit is. The spirit was refusing to identify themselves, so we said, okay, well, you know, male, we're, you know, until then, your name's Charlie, and that took off. That became a thing. The fact is that we nicknamed him Charlie because we had no name. But we've had some people that have said, well, no, the spirit has said that they are Charlie. No, they're not Charlie. They're not. The spirit has not identified themselves. And you know what? Maybe perhaps it so happens that the spirit is named Charlie, and out of all the names we picked, we so happen to pick the right one. But the fact is that that's where Charlie came from, not the spirit itself. The activity, all that type of stuff, the grumpy spirit in the attic, male, and such, all legitimate. The spirit's name has not officially been confirmed as Charlie, and Charlie was a nickname that we gave. So for anybody that has heard that, you know, oh, Charlie, there's a Charlie up in the attic, blah, 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 just know the original source came from our team. So just want to correct that on the historical level.
Your team, his team definitely knows a lot about this place too, because they've been here what, 300 times, hundreds of times, 300 times, you said something around that. It's been here so many times over the years. They have so much documented evidence of this place. He would know what he's talking about when it comes to this stuff, like investigating. And then second, pretty much probably equal, I would say, would be Lori and Brooke. You know, it's like Lori and Brooke, and I know a lot as well. But I would say Lori and Brooke, you know, probably know the most out of anybody, honestly. Lori especially. I'll tell you, with the history part of this place, Lori definitely has got that stuff on lockdown when it comes to the history part. She's definitely really good with when it comes to that, and that's why we you know, like we've I've actually learned a lot of the history from Lori and Brooke. Pretty much just watching like their tours, and also just like Lori has taught me in person and stuff like that. I've learned a lot of everything. There's some things that I actually even like recently I've been surprised with, like, oh, like, wow, I didn't even know, like real little things. I'm just like, oh, okay, like didn't know that, you know. Like it's like a lot of stuff like on the walls, especially stuff like that, because you know there are some things here at Wildwood that are especially like there's like little types of things you can miss a lot here. You know, it's like a pretty big building. You can miss a lot of little things. I've been doing the tours for some years now and everything. With them, with Lori and Brooke or whatever, or if I'm doing by myself. Actually, lately it's been a lot of me doing them more than anybody else. But that's because Lori and Brooke have a lot more going on. Lori, especially with her knees and stuff, she has a hard time going up and down the stairs recently. But then Brooke, obviously, me and Brooke, we have kids and stuff like that too. So, and then Brooke has like her other job too. She's tied up with everything. So I end up doing most of the tours, and which I'm okay with, which I'm definitely okay with. But it's I've definitely learned a lot by doing and learning from Lori and Brooke and stuff like that. Is what I'm getting at, and yeah. But I know I kind of went a little off there, but we need to get back on what we were talking about originally. What this episode's about.
Yeah.
So inanimate objects and spirits, essentially. So let's get back at that.
Yeah, and again, I posted the link. I mean, it looks like we may not get any callers for the last episode of the year, but the link's in there for those who if you wanna call in, tell us a paranormal story, ask us a question, or if you want to chime in on the topic. But yeah, the whole object. At this point, we're only going to take one caller. If a caller calls in, so.
Oh yeah, it's getting a little later in it.
Yeah, it's 9:06. So, but it's for this whole thing, the spirits or the inanimate objects and stuff like that. I mean, we can even go into ancient texts as well, where there's discussions like again one that I know far more about because I've it was the religion I grew up with. When it comes down to like the Bible, talking about a throne, talking about these different buildings. You're going to have a mansion when if you go to heaven, you're going to have a mansion. You've got hell, which apparently is a physical place, or it may be a physical place. But it talks about even objects. And so that's another thing too, is aside from the manifestation, are there other types of objects out there? And I mean, I would be interested in the composition of these objects. Do they build things? Like, the spirit that might be, that looks like they're sitting in a chair. Do they build these objects and sit there? Like, and why would they? I mean, first off, if they're spirits and they could do a bunch of different things, why would you need to build physical objects anyway?
Right.
But again, how does this? And again, I know with apparitions, I was focusing a lot on light energy the past several episodes. So perhaps there could be some type of explanation that I could look into light energy, and maybe this could somehow explain away, how inanimate objects could somehow be a part of all of this. But I still don't. I still can't wrap my head around the fact of these, spirits changing clothes or being in different clothes. Like we hear about some spirits that are in white robes. Then we hear about the spirits that are in suits, or they, one person like my brother, perfect example. My brother, when he was alive, he said that the spirit that was haunting us as a child, he saw him in a hunter outfit, camouflage. He had glowing red eyes, and he said he was holding a shotgun. I never saw. That's when we called him the Hunter from there on out. Jeremy named him the Hunter from there, but I never saw him in a camouflage outfit. Now, come to find out, recently that came to light because I mean that we're talking my childhood. Somebody did find articles about a soldier who actually lived at my childhood home, and they would have worn camouflage. So it makes sense. And when I saw the picture of him, I was like, holy crap, that looks like him. And I have to remember, I saw him when I was a kid. So, of course, my memory is not going to be perfect, but I do recall somewhat of his appearance. So, yeah, when I saw him, I was like, oh my goodness, nightmares. But again, he was holding an inanimate object. When I saw him, he was not wearing camouflage. He was very well dressed. My brother saw him in camouflage. I don't. I don't even know what to think at this point when it comes down to it. Like,
Language.
um, I mean, that's currently my thought on there is that, if we have a better, I think honestly, us, because we focus on the living portion, we understand the spirits. Like we're looking at the consciousness. Okay, this person, we're looking at the spirits as this spirit was a living individual who is now deceased from the living wise, and that this is we're seeing the consciousness of this conscious energy of this specific person, but we're not really focusing on the inanimate objects for them. And I feel like if we have an understanding of how inanimate objects that are on, you know, on a, that a spirit is wearing or something or holding or something to that effect, I think that's going to blow open the doors personally on how apparitions, manifestation, their composition, how all that works, and what exactly is going on and how it works. Like, I really think that would blow open the door. So I think, you know, aside from looking at just the consciousness, I feel like not just looking at the person, but looking at additional parts of the appearance, such as the clothing, such as if they're wearing glasses, if we see them again, are they wearing something else? Like, what is this telling? What is this truly telling us? I think that's going to take, it may take research in a very different direction. I don't know. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, it could have definitely could. So what you're saying at first, on if they build things. So I think I don't know, like so they could manifest. They could manifest it right instantly, apparently, right? As a spirit, you can manifest instantaneously, supposedly. So why would they need to build something other than for fun? Like if they're sitting there just trying to do it for fun, if they're trying to build something, that would probably just be for fun. I'd imagine if because if you're in that form, from what I understand, is that you don't really need to physically build anything. You wouldn't need to do that. You can anything you want, you could just have, and you
But
are like that's what like you pretty much are anything you want. Like you can just get it. But I don't know though. Like
I
at the
kind
end
of,
of the day, though, it really is just theory, like theorizing, because we can say all day what we think it is, what we think we understand about the spiritual side and everything. And at the end of the day, though, you're not really going to fully know until we're there, right?
I mean, possibly. My personal belief when it comes down to research is that, the whole point of us being in the field and asking these questions is to find the answers. And if we're not going to bother trying to find the answers, why do we even have the field?
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying I'm not
that's
saying we're not going to bother.
oh
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah.
saying we could throw things out all day and feel like we know it's a fact, but um, you don't know for 100% certainty until we're really there, right? I mean, like we could say all the like, but it could also change. I feel like it's like you think about life itself in the physical realm on how things change.
Yeah.
Why couldn't things change in the spiritual side as well and evolve and
Oh,
things?
that's the
That's
question.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like things are ever changing in the physical realm. So why is it can't be mirrored over there? That's
Well, I want to throw something else up because there was something else that you said that caught my that made me think that um I'm trying to think of what there was something that you said that made me think. So you were talking about the manifestation part, and let's say I'm going to throw hypothetically. Let's say hypothetically, and this is just my researcher side. Of course, I have my own personal beliefs when it comes down to spirit realm and religion and all that type of stuff. But let's say hypothetically, let's say heaven and hell are real, right? And let's say a spirit can just manifest what they want. Could they technically just manifest what they want in hell? Like, hey, you know what? I don't like where I'm at right now. And I don't like that it's dark or that it's this. And then they all of a sudden just go, you know what? I want this. And then they get that. Same with in heaven,
mhm.
the opposite.
Yeah.
You got a nasty spirit there. Uh, I mean, you know, if could that be a thing? And then if that's the case, um, I guess if they can, let's put it this way: if they can manifest something, um, is there a limit? Because like I said, let's say hypothetically you got those two different dimensions that exist. Um, then that means there has to be some type of limitation, or they can't actually truly manifest whatever they want.
Yeah.
But then let's say they can manifest whatever they want. Then essentially, does that mean those two dimensions don't exist? I mean, these are pretty some scary thoughts if you think about it.
Right, right. So in spirituality, the belief is that beliefs are everything, right?
Yeah.
So how you said, oh, if you're like in hell and you're like, oh, I don't want it to be dark anymore. I'd rather it be light. And that would be the belief. Okay, so I instead of the belief in that thought, I want it to be light, therefore it is. Therefore, like, it's like I want to be out of here. I want to be somewhere else. I don't want to be burning anymore. I'm out. I'd rather be in the ocean. I'd rather be on the beach, right? Like it's like that though. Apparently in the spiritual belief system, like that's where it comes from, is that literally anything you want, you are, and you are everything. You are anything you want to be. Like that's literally just like the whole core of it, is that it's all beliefs. Like literally like heaven and hell are an entire belief system that like you can put yourself in hell or you can put yourself in heaven just entirely by what your thought process is. Like you can just change it all. You can just change it all. And then like it's like the same thing with even like when it comes to like mediumship and stuff like that, a lot of times is that they'll think the beliefs, the thoughts or whatever, and your thoughts, and that matters in the manifestation and stuff like that. Manifestation is just like a heavy part of like the whole spiritual belief in like how you end up where you go when you pass away, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, is that like it's just a whole belief system? Like it's a whole belief system. There's been some mediums out there claiming this is hell. This physical realm, being in this physical realm, is equal to hell. Which honestly, you look at it though, I could see where they're coming from in a way. I mean, look at what happens in the world. It's pretty messed up. I mean, honestly, but you could see it from many different perspectives. And I think it's put that way for a reason. You could see as lessons. You could see as, oh, good things happen, but also bad things happen, which they have to. They have to. There's duality in everything. That's what I believe. So I believe there's duality in everything. There always has to be two sides to create that balance. Because without one or the other, there's no balance, and everything gets thrown off. Without that, just pure chaos. Like there's not there. You have to have the two to hold each other together. Everything, almost everything, has that balance to it, that nature to it, and the mindset thing is definitely what how you were saying in the chat there. Mindset thing is definitely a big part in all this. That's what I believe personally. That's my beliefs too, as well. That's my beliefs of that belief. Is like it really is. It matters, and like I'll catch myself in sometimes being like super negative, and I'll be mad. I'll get upset at myself because I'll be like, Zach, there's no reason for you to be like so negative right now. Like, why are you being like this? And I'll try to. It's something I've been practicing a lot, especially lately. Is just stepping back and like looking at myself. Like, why am I so mad right now that Sylvia like threw that drink on the ground? And it's so meaningless. But in the moment, I'm so angry about it because I have to clean it up, all this stuff, right? Like my daughter Sylvia, by the way, sorry, I'm talking about. But or my kids, like breaking anything, throwing things. It's like I try to step back and breathe and realize like they're just kids. They don't understand like what they're doing. But also me, I need to like really just kind of get a grip right now. Because they're like, I'm the one that has the most control of the situation because these kids, they don't know what they're doing. But even with a situation, not even with kids around, it's you gotta self-reflect on what you're doing and kind of realize what you're thinking matters a lot. Because I notice in those moments, I just all of a sudden get flooded with negative thoughts, right? And then it just spirals, man. It just spirals. It gets worse. And I've been trying to practice like thinking of like, okay, yeah, this is bad, this happened, but I just gotta handle it. And honestly, though, as a whole, like the perspective as a whole, my life is great. I got a great life. Like overall, I got a great life, man. I got like I got a lot of good things going on for me, and you just kind of have to look at it like that. Otherwise, it's really easy to fall down a really dark path, which I was on a dark path at one point and everything. And I've gotten better over the years, I feel like. Definitely have. And I lose sight of things at times, but we're all human. We're going to do that. There's going to be times where our bodies or whatever aren't going to quite work, like where our thought process and our spirit is not going to be fully aligned with where we want to be, but you got to try to work towards it though. It's always a constant work in progress, really. You're never really going to be like, I'm whole and like I'm good now. Like I just feel it just doesn't work like that. It really just doesn't work like that, especially like living in America where we live. It's really hard because this whole system is created to keep you in chaos and keep you in constant stress and constant fear. Like it's all pushed on us to constantly keep us stressed the fuck out. Like it really is, and it sucks. But that's really the system we're thrown in and we're built on. So it's learning to literally just adapt to that and just kind of just go through it. You're gonna feel emotion. You're gonna feel so things are gonna tick you off. It's literally just designed to be that way. But there's some other things though, like if we're lucky enough to be born in some other parts of the world, there are some better parts, but then here is like, okay, America could be worse. There actually are worse places. So that's another thing. Like, see, I'm starting to think like negative even right there. But America isn't that bad either. Like, it is bad. Don't get me wrong. It is bad in ways, but it could be a lot worse for us. It really could be. Just something to keep taking consideration in every situation you're in. Just try your best to be happy and positive about it. Like, I'll try to crack jokes a lot too. That's like my biggest thing is I'll try to like make people laugh, make people feel better, especially in times where I feel they're sad. You just try to make people laugh. Like I love to make people laugh, man. It's one of my favorite things to do. Is making people laugh. It definitely makes me feel better. It makes me feel better about myself, and I know it makes them feel better, which in turn makes me feel better. So I know I'm just popping off about pretty much everything here. But that's how I feel, man. Like that's how I feel about all like life in itself. And I'm really trying to get better as a person every day, man. And like that's all we can really do. And I feel like you guys should just kind of try to do the same thing. Meditate, take long showers, whatever you need to do. Like I'll take long showers a lot. Like water is a really good healing element. Just so you know, water can help you with a lot of different things. Water has helped me immensely. Water is good for manifesting. It's good for healing. It's good for a lot of different things. It's underrated. Don't let them think that like you could just go without drinks all the time. Dude, drink everything you can. Like water, hydration, everything is so important. People underrate it. Like drink water, dude. Keep drinking water. Hydrate yourself. Literally, like sit in the tub, manifest through the water, everything, all this stuff. Like, I'm telling you, water is insane. Water's like living, and like it is one of the, if not the best element you could work with when it comes to spirituality. I'm telling you, water could do incredible things for you. Incredible things. Life-changing things. That's about it. That's about it, John. Water. Drink water. No, I'm serious though. Everything I said is true though. That's how I see it. What you consume is where you bear. Yeah, exactly. What he said. Like our bodies, everything, we're constantly absorbing everything around us. Everything. It's crazy. Like even our skin absorbs everything. Like our entire system here, like our entire biological system just absorbs everything around us. Everything. Like how I said, you are where you bear. This is so true. So true, man. Like I've been working on, me and Brooke have been working on changing our diets. I'm not gonna lie, my diet isn't the best. Like it really isn't, dude. Like I drink a good amount of water and drinks and stuff like that and everything. I do hydrate well, but the things I eat are not always the best. I've been working on that. Me and Brooke have been working on that actually. Brooke's doing a little bit better than me, to be honest. She's a little more strong-willed than I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm working on it. I'm trying. But yeah, it's definitely important. It's really hard here in America too to eat well and drink well. They make it really difficult. That's another thing. Like these corporations, man. all these big corporations to make it very difficult. But do what you can, guys. Honestly, do what you can, and just don't give in to just drinking and eating horrible things constantly. That's all I could say. All I could say, man. I could talk about this stuff all day. I can go on a whole rant about everything I think is right in the world, everything I think is wrong in the world, on my personal beliefs. I could talk about it constantly. I could give you guys any kind of advice I think would be beneficial to you, but then I also can, like you sort of little type of Christmas tree case. It's exactly my point, Tom. It's exactly my point. Is that what is that? That's one of my voices. That is not a good thing. I know I kind of promote it out there, but hey, it's honestly kind of more of a meme at this point, really. Like, it really is. I eat them. I eat them, but not as much as everyone thinks I eat them, I think. I think everyone thinks I just live off these cakes, bro. I do not just live off these cakes, man. I'd be sick every day. I'd be puking every day if I did. They're good. They're so good, but they're horrible for you. They're so bad for you. Look at the nutrition facts. Oh, my God. They're terrible. They're so bad. So bad. But that manifest Christmas cheer. That manifest Christmas cheer. I mean, I guess, like, jingle, jingle. I guess start singing Jingle Bells or something. Something like 50 Cent version or something. I don't know. I could start. I could do so. I could make up some version. We can go Christmas caroling. John, you want to Christmas caroling with
me? I think I think honestly we could get rich off of that because people will pay for me not to sing. So.
Same. They'd be like, are there two horses dying? Like, what are walruses? Like, what was that? Like, what was that? Please stop. Please stop. Please. Okay. Like, here, take this. Take all my money. Take it all. Just stop. Get off my porch right now. Just get out of here.
Well, I mean, there's and then we'll get ready because it's 9:26. So I figured since you brought up you and Tom brought up the Christmas tree portion of that. I mean, and Tom's looks like he's going off on fart sprinkles. Oh my goodness. Figured I might as well bring. Well, I figure I might as well bring this one up because this was actually, and it's perfect timing because Tom mentioned eat the Christmas tree cakes, and he sent a meme last week that we couldn't or that we weren't able to get on. I didn't see it until after the show. So, but speaking of Christmas tree cakes, this is actually from Tom himself. Might as well bring this up too. Merry Christmas.
That's me with the cakes.
Yeah, you got your cake, and you're wearing you're wearing tinfoiled elf hat now.
K-Perks, I never said I don't try to sing and do that. So I never said that stuff. Like, I do, I just not good at it. Like I do. Like I know I'm just not good at it. I actually did at one point. I did do rap actually. I made a few rap songs. I ain't gonna lie. Like I really did. Like a few years ago, I used to do all the time. I used to write like poetry and stuff too. I don't really do that anymore though. I have a whole bunch of stuff. I used to write poetry. I used to draw. I used to do all this stuff. And now, like, I really don't do a lot of that anymore. I don't know. It's like nowadays I'm just chasing a lot of little kids around. I'm chasing all my kids. I'm doing stuff at Wildwood. And then like when I'm by myself or I'm with Brooke or whatever, me and we have our alone time or whatever, which we don't get much of because we're 3 kids. But we kind of just spend time with each other, or I'm just trying to decompress. So I don't really even do a lot of artistic stuff anymore, other than making videos. I love to make videos. That's where my creativity shines nowadays, is making videos. That's what I do. I love to make videos, like TikToks and all that. But I want to get more into doing like artistic stuff and everything. And like honestly, I've even thought about making music again because I used to make my own beats and everything. I used to do all this stuff and everything. I used to do all this really cool stuff and everything. And at that time, I had so much more like free time now. I just like I had all this time to do all that. It just feels like hard to like sit down and actually do it now. And like I said, like when I do get the time to myself, I want to just like enjoy myself and have fun and not sit there and feel like when I'm doing stuff like that, it almost feels like in my mind, I get to a point where like I want to try to perfect it and everything, and that it starts to feel like like stressful to me almost, because like I want it to be like as perfect as I can get it when it comes to like doing any kind of music or art and stuff like that. There's times I drew things, I sat there and like spent hours and hours drawing things. I literally just threw it away because I felt like it wasn't good enough. Like in my mind, like literally just told me it was good enough, so I threw it away. Like shit like that, like because it would have like one like imperfection that drove me crazy at one part. Like it's weird. It's weird. Like I don't know, it's just how my brain's wired. It's like it's bad sometimes when it comes to things like that. When it comes to things like that, I get like super hyper like perfectionist on it. Like it has to be a certain way. But I would love to get eventually, get myself to a calmer point to be able to do that. Right now, just having, like I said, having a bunch of little kids and everything, I just like I'm always just trying to decompress when I can and everything, because I just feel like I'm stressed out a lot, and I'm really just trying to like lower those stress levels, and also trying to lower like my wife's stress levels at the same time. And so a lot of my life is like really just I'm mostly worried about my kids or Brooke constantly. I'm always trying to make their lives the best I can, or I'm really trying to like make them feel better, stuff like that. Yeah,
Well,
I need to do more stuff for me though. I feel like at the same time, but they matter. Making them happy though makes me happy though. So that's where I'm at. I'll find time eventually. Find time to do some stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe I make some diss songs about people. Like Brad makes some diss tracks. No, it's a little too controversial, right? I
uh,
don't know.
well, uh, well, we're at 9:31 p.m. Um, so I know we're a little past the investigation time, but we'll get set up for that. I know
Yeah, yeah.
we didn't get any callers for this one, and I'm gonna be honest going into the next new year. I'm gonna start reconsidering the caller portion of it and maybe shorten the show because the whole we wanted to leave sections open for people to call in
Yeah.
and give stories and all that. So we may shorten the show. I'm gonna give it
I
one month and then
We just gotta put it out there more. Like I feel like we could get some people in. Um, I feel like we just gotta advertise it somewhere else. We write the
well,
lyrics to
well
kid songs for driving. When you're driving, Tom, that's hilarious because I do that same thing all the time. Like I don't even like I'll just say it though. Like a lot of songs all the time, the Brook and everything, and like I'll just start randomly like making up lyrics to like and just making up like my own version just constantly. Like I do that all the time to like sayings too and everything, all kinds of stuff. Brooke will tell you it's funny. I
um,
just start writing this stuff down. Some of it's funny.
so we'll do about maybe a 20-25 minute investigation segment of it. I'll get the chat up on screen. Zach, I sent you the link to bring you on for your. Do
Okay.
you have enough
All right.
battery life, or do you have enough battery life to?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm good. I have more
All right.
than enough. I'll be just fine.
Okay, I'll wait for you to.
Let me hop on this quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute your mic so we don't get feedback.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so anybody who wants to call in for the investigation, feel free. Again, for the investigation portion of it, callers could call in for about 5-10 minutes if you want to ask some, or if you want to directly interact with Zach and the spirits. I'll also have the chat on screen as well. And yeah, well, I know, yeah, Retrace, you were bringing up guests. We got some special guests, but we didn't want to do one guest per show. We want to have a continuous community calling in. We wanted to do something different from all the other shows. Let me bring him in. He's coming in now.
Okay.
There we go.
Hold on. Sorry.
I'm gonna bring the chat up on screen here.
Fixing my thing. All right. So
All right, I'm gonna put myself into the background. I've got chat up on screen. Chat again if you want to.
okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll be in the background.
All right, I'm just gonna go with this stuff I have. At the end of the day, best equipment's yourself, right? It's quick. Hold on. Let me just do this quick. Fuck. Remind me. I'm just grabbing something. I'm just grabbing my flashlight quick here. Sorry, guys. I know it's a little rough. Hold on.
Let me try this again. I made him a. There we go. This is what I want to do. All right.
All right. Flashlights. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, hang on.
What?
I needed to say. Just point at the doll. There we go. Sorry. Okay, proceed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I don't know why people do that on TikTok, man. The videos.
Yeah, I don't know. When you sent that and everybody was saying
Oh,
sorry under the video, I had no idea. I basically said I wanted to go under all the comments and say sorry. I was going to log in under my account and then go under ParaClue's account and say sorry again to everybody.
I didn't really clean up since the last group being here. Since they were
That's
here. Look at this. Look at the mess they made on there. Like, look at all the
yeah.
sand
That's
everywhere. Like, for real? Come on. Oh, look at they stacked the blocks. Look.
oh, that's kind of cool. I'm curious as to what they were doing with that. If there was like some type of experiment.
Right. They wrote in the book they had a good time. I'll show the stream what they wrote in the book too. They did write something in there. They said they had a really good time.
No, that's awesome. Wildwood's always a good
Start it
time.
off. Oh yeah. It was funny
I'm
because I actually gave them the tour, and when we got up here on the third floor, we actually heard a knock from the attic when I was giving the tour. Which was pretty cool. Yeah, we walked over here. I was giving the tour and I heard a knock here. We all just kind of looked at each. I was showing the X-ray thing here. I was like, "Yeah, this is an X-ray machine."
Yeah,
So I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna go in here, third floor bathroom, because I haven't really done that on this stream yet. I realize that. I feel like maybe we try to get some stuff in here. I feel like it's underrated. People don't really try to get stuff in here often.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's outside there. So what I'm gonna do is, do you hear that?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Oh no, I just heard a weird noise. I don't know if anyone else in stream heard that. I don't really even know how to describe it.
Was what were you hearing? Like something interacting with a physical object, or
It's like I don't know, it was like a high pitched voice. It was weird, like it was like how, remember when I said hey to you or whatever when we got on the stream? And I heard someone else say hey. Kind of sounded like that voice even. Yeah, so good stag dome here, crystal pod there. Oh look at we already got some stag activity there.
oh, it only did halfway around. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, Haley, new location unlocked. Yeah. It's like an open world video game or something, right? All right, so In here, I want to know if anyone is up here with me. I have a few pieces of equipment going on. I got the crystal pod. I got our REM pod here, crystal slash REM pod. And then we got our static dome, and then I don't really have any other pieces of equipment with me. But I kind of just wanted to go off of my feelings and my thoughts that are coming through me as well. So if anybody here can just kind of give me any kind of feelings, if there's any spirits around me, if you could just come around me, or if you could play with one of our devices we have. I heard a slight knock. I don't know if the stream heard that.
I heard it.
Are you one of the doctors here? Do you make a knocking sound if you are? Like how you just did? I heard a faint one. Almost sound distant, but I don't know for certain. If it's either Tommy or Anna or one of the children's spirits here, could you do something for us? Either make a noise, walk downstairs, run around, or up here as well. You heard that? I heard that. I don't know if you heard that, John.
I personally didn't hit. I heard I heard the first knock, the first one you talked about.
All right. Well, thank you to whoever that was. If it was Tommy, I appreciate you. If it was anybody else, even if it was Tommy, we set up one of our pieces of equipment here for us. Either walk near the static pod there, or near the crystal pod. If it's one of the doctors or one of the nurses, we make a noise again, or if you could set up on the piece of equipment, I would really appreciate if you could do the pieces of equipment and maybe try to make a verbal noise for us. Any kind of sound, verbal sound, or talking, or just any noise verbally. Okay. Is anyone in our chat? Do you have any questions you want to ask the spirits to see if we can get them to communicate? I'm getting some noises I'm hearing. Very faint. Other than in the beginning, I heard some very faint noises so far. Not too many, but if you could just get up and jump anywhere. If you could jump, run around. Apparently, I gotta start blaring trap music or something. Do you think they would like trap music here?
I think it'll be a new discovery for them.
Hmm. So what if I brought like a really powerful speaker here and just shook the place with some fucking subwoofers? That'd be crazy. They'd probably get mad at that. I feel like they wouldn't like that. Brookie said, should we renovate the kitchen next? Yeah, why not? I think we should. The kitchen's a very core spot. I feel like that's a good idea. But which kitchen do you mean? Probably the first floor one, right? Not the second floor. I'm assuming you're talking about the first floor. I hear footsteps out there. What do you think? Should we renovate the kitchen? Brooke wants to know. Should we renovate the kitchen? Could you give us a sign that we should renovate the kitchen? Very quiet. I'm gonna move. Those of you who haven't seen the bathroom here, it's pretty small on the third floor. It needs some work. A lot of work, actually.
Um, I'm not sure if we asked it. If we asked about their thoughts on objects being manifested.
No, I don't think we have. We should do that. So I'm put that there. And put a static one here. All right. So spirits. What are your thoughts about objects being manifested? Oh, static pot went off. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a light.
I just saw the green light go, just like it came on and went off.
Are you able to manifest an object at will? Can you just manifest one out of nowhere? Anything. Like say you need a piece of equipment to do a surgery or do pretty much anything. My mother is addicted to Stranger Things. She just said in the group chat. Thanks, Mom. I didn't need to see that. All right. Back on track. Welcome to the club, Mom. Back on track. All right. Let's try to rephrase the question. If you were to pick a favorite object to manifest, would you be able to do that? Like, would you be able to just pull it out and would you be able to show us? Would you be able to show me that? Could you give me some indication that you would be able to do that through our devices here or some kind of noise? I heard a tap in the other room. I don't know if you heard that.
I didn't personally. If you could you set off the static dome if it's a yes that you can do that stuff, or the crystal pod for no.
Oh, that's a good way to do it. Yes and no. Yeah, for each of them. Oh, I didn't see that Haley said that. Do you want Haley and Dave to visit to help renovate our kitchen? I just seen that. You guys remember who Haley and Dave are? And the ones I'm talking about, the ones that helped um with the ceiling next to the doll room. Crickets. Are you not feeling like communicating with me tonight? That was a weird noise.
Yeah, it didn't sound like a creak or something like that.
You heard that?
I did hear something. Yeah, it sounded like a creak or is something interacted with some physical environment, either like the wall or the floor. That's what it
Right.
sounded like from here.
Ripping down the ceiling. Yeah, Haley, they're ripping down the ceiling. They're ripping down the bubble wrap. Look, it's time to get started on this. Huh. Eventually, we gotta get that ceiling up, though. Those tiles for that.
We only got about 5 minutes left. It seems like they're pretty quiet.
I see that. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna head back downstairs. Thank you for making the noises you did and communicating with me. I know I didn't really have the spirit box out this time and some other different things, but yeah, I need to get more equipment out. Next week I'll have more stuff. I just really wasn't fully prepared this time. I want to get a tripwire and some other different things too. Eventually, that'd be cool. Tripwires.
Yeah,
Cool.
those are pretty fun. Thank you again for Spirits of Wildwood Sanitarium for a good 2025.
Yeah. Thank you for the year for sure. Spirits, thank you. I would have to definitely agree with that. This year has been something. You guys definitely showed off. Really want to see what it looks like outside.
Your car's already covered.
Yeah, I know. It's nasty out there, man. It's nasty out. The pantry door is open. You see that? The lock on it is broken.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that's fun. What's the heat on here with this? Yeah, I can start down a little bit.
All right. So, all right. So
But
we'll,
so all I got shut these doors and everything.
yeah. So we'll meet you back down in the kitchen, or well, your spot.
Yeah, hold on. I'm actually gonna show people the book.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'll
yeah.
get
Okay.
this closed. Get this closed. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna show people what the group wrote in the book.
Gotcha. I'm gonna bring your camera, your footage back up.
All right. Oh, come on. All right. So the bottom one there. I don't know if you can read it with the camera the way it is.
No, it's backwards and it's too small.
Dang it. Whatever.
What did it say?
Oh, I can just read it now. So it says experience for sure, 3 Floridians, 1 Texan, 2 Buffalo, united to take on the haunted house overnight challenge. 360 camera got some good paranormal videos and got 2 pictures with, in quotations, friendly visitors.
That sounded like they had it. I mean, they had some decent stuff going
Yeah.
on. I mean, that
All right,
sounds
I'm
like
back at the computer now too. If you want to just switch,
all right.
just
Let me hang on. There we go.
There we go. All right. Yeah, no, they had a good time. It seemed like they definitely had a good time.
Yeah.
It seemed like it went very well for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like I said, they had a knock too on the 3rd floor. When I gave them the tour and everything, they had a knock, which was a great way to start the night, which was pretty cool. It was like really clear, and it was like right next to us, like very clear knock.
Yeah, I definitely heard one knock, and then I heard that weird sound. And then
Yeah,
I did see one at one point the static dome went off, like just the green light specifically went off.
right. Yeah, we had a little bit of activity, a little bit tonight, which is it's pretty cool. I mean, it was like what half hour investigating, right? So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool though for that amount of time. It's a pretty good amount of activity. I feel like that's That's nice. Nice of them to give them what they gave us, honestly.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
sometimes it's been more active than others. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's super popular, sometimes not as much. Sometimes more than you can feel like you can handle. Even it's like, you know,
Mhm.
and sometimes not as much. But yeah. But anyways, it was a great stream. I think it went really well. A good night, and I hope everyone has a happy New Year. Yeah.
We also, I'll throw it out. This is the last between today and the 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. Um, we still have the challenge that's going. That if you subscribe to our ParaClue YouTube channel, our goal is to hit 500 by the end of the 31st. And if we do hit that 500, we are going to do a drawing on our first ParaClue vodcast for people who show that they've subscribed, that there's the proof and all that. Um, one lucky winner will get a free overnight investigation at Wildwood Sanitarium, along with the 1 year ParaClue Club membership um, and a free copy of the Your Paranormal Research book. But again, if we do not hit 500, we will not be doing the giveaway. Um, so right now we're at 159 subscribers. So, um, but yeah, other than that, we've you know we've we've gotten up to 11 episodes so far. We started the middle of October. Had a really good start. We talked to some amazing people. We had amazing we had special guests. We had people that called in with stories and chimed in on topics and asked questions. We appreciate every single one of you in the chat.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, we've had people from our the chat that I see that have literally been here since the first episode, that have pretty much religiously been here. I mean, we're grateful for all of
Oh
you,
yeah.
grateful for everybody in the chat. And having this opportunity, it was a great opportunity also to work with Zach, Alyssa, and Brooke. Alyssa and Brooke, they've helped in the background with some of the some things that when we needed to get some things done. um, we've had some unique things that have happened since we started doing this. And I look forward to seeing what
Yeah.
2026 looks like with this.
I'm hoping it'll be good, man. I think it will. I've faith that it will be. Like honestly, I feel like 2025 personally, like there was a lot of good things that happened, but there were also bad things that happened. I had a lot of really good experiences, a lot of really great opportunities that happened to me in 2025. Um, but yeah, it's been a mix. It's definitely been a mix. Yeah, John disconnected again. I don't know if he did that purposely. I don't think he did. But yeah. But pretty much, guys, honestly, I think it turned out really well. Um, all this, doing this for the past, we're on the 11th episode now, and 11 weeks. Honestly, I feel like we did really good on building traction. We're at 159 subscribers, not a whole lot for YouTube, especially, but I feel like we can climb that, get it up higher. If you guys could share out our stuff, I definitely appreciate. I appreciate you being here, watching us, and if you could like let anybody know, like your friends know what we're doing here and all that, I'd appreciate that as well. We haven't done any paid advertising for this channel at all. We pretty much just are continuing doing what we're doing here, and we're just going to keep rolling with it. But happy New Year to all of you. And John, I imagine you just kind of like disconnected there. I imagine.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a disconnection.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Um,
I agree. Recharge cycles. I think it's going to be a huge year too. I honestly think a lot of good things are happening. We have a lot of bookings coming up with Wildwood, a lot of good events coming up with Wildwood. There's a lot of things already planned up. It's not even 2026 yet. We already have tons of bookings at Wildwood and all this stuff coming, and lots of people will want to do stuff with us and everything. And we have a ton of planned events. We got all this stuff already like coming into play, and I can't wait. I'm honestly really excited for it. I just want this snow to go away though, and this whole winter scene. I'm just like really over it already. Like I'm fighting sicknesses and everything. My kids are fighting sicknesses. over it, man. Like I'm so over it. Ugh. But yeah, I I hope you guys all have a good New Year though. Like honestly, I think it's gonna be a good one. I really hope it's all the same for everyone too. Like I hope you guys have a good time. And I know life is ups and downs at times, you know, wins, losses. I hope you have more wins than losses.
Yep. Well, it's the end of the show. This last show for 2025. So hopefully 2026 treats everyone well. That everybody has a great rest of the what's left of 2025, and has an amazing 2026. That everybody gets amazing blessings. Um, uh, and I am gonna bring it up just so everybody is aware. I did put a post out there. Um, but I am gonna say, depending on what happens next year, on my end, maybe my last year in the paranormal by the end of next year, if things do not uh, head in uh, head in the direction that I needed to head into. So I just want to make that clear. I'm giving it another year. It'll be over 24 years come next August, or it'll be 24 years come next August that I will be in the field. Um, but again, going into this with you know, hoping for a great year. We've got other projects that we're working on. We're gonna really throw some things out there, and
Yeah, it's gonna go
I don't know.
well. I think things will change. We just gotta keep a positive outlook on it. I think I think there's a turning point coming for all this, and I feel like the consistency that we're doing is good, and we haven't even paid to advertise anything really. Like, and I don't think there's a need to even really. I feel like we could just get there without even need really doing that. I feel like just constantly networking and just getting to know people and just getting the name out there ourselves, even organically, just is a good way to do things. I mean, largely Wildwood itself is largely that. Like even like Wildwood itself is largely a lot of people talking to other people and just organic advertising. Like me and Brooke, we don't really pay for advertising at all for Wildwood. Like we're like
Yeah.
people just know us, dude. Like we literally just have gotten the word out there over years time. It's like
Oh yeah.
Lori, like all Lori Brooke, all of us are like, and like it's helped to even you too, like everybody. We've kind of just all gotten the word of the place out there, and it grew over time. And I think that's just something that needs to be considered with this. What we're doing is it's going to take time and consistency to just actually get it somewhere. But if we keep pushing it out there, keep working on it, we'll get it out there. Like it'll get bigger. It'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And Wildwood still has room for growth too. I'm not saying it doesn't, but Wildwood started somewhere that was very low, and not many people knew about that. Now it's very well known in the paranormal community, but
Oh, yeah.
it still
Well,
can grow. But it's still very well known still as is, though.
yeah,
You know what
and
I'm
I'm not
saying?
saying I'm not saying 2026. Or I'm not saying ParaClue. I'm talking when I'm saying, just in case we're referencing for my thing. Mine's just in general. I'm not saying wherever ParaClue is or anything like that. Of course,
Well,
of course, ParaClue will go with that. But this is
yeah.
just a, this is just a in
I,
general
yeah,
thing.
I know what you're
But
saying. I know you
yeah,
want more for all of it, like, and I know you have your plans and everything. I'm not gonna like spill it out to the whole world. Or whatever. I know
yeah,
what you're getting at. I'm
yeah,
just saying we just gotta try to stay positive. That's all I'm saying, man.
yeah,
We can keep pushing it, and we'll push it throughout the year, and we'll see what happens. We'll see
yeah.
what happens.
No,
Like we'll see what
no,
happens. If it don't work out, like I guess it don't work out then. Like we move on to other things.
yeah, no, and that's why I'm giving it to the given everything else for me till the end of 2026. So
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with 2026. But other than that, I hope everyone has a great new year. I know a lot of other people have struggled as well. So hopefully 2026 is a turnaround for all of us who have been struggling, and for those who have been thriving. I hope it continues to you continue to thrive, continue to grow. That it's even better than what you had in 2025. But that's it. The ParaClue 2025 season has officially concluded.
Yep. Sorry, I
Um,
didn't mean to cough. Okay.
okay.
But
Uh, thank you, everybody. And we'll see you on the first episode, episode 12, but the first episode of 2026. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Oh.
Bye. So, heart.